And we're back on Houselessness and Karlous Miller, Part 2. The Supreme Court has just ruled in City of Grants Pass versus Johnson that those who are houseless can, in fact, be fined and arrested for not having shelter. That means in cities like Los Angeles, where the municipal code contains statutes such as 41.18D, which read that no person shall sit, lie, or sleep in public spaces, those statutes are now constitutional. This also means that those who are houseless should not expect the protection of the 8th Amendment of the Constitution. The 8th Amendment protects from excessive fees as well as cruel and unusual punishment. This means that it is not considered cruel or unusual punishment to arrest or fine those who are houseless. Let's talk about
money
it.
and end homelessness in LA if they wanted to do that.
Right, but we know they're not going to do it, so should we just give up and say F it?
Look, it would be nice if we could resolve houselessness in 2 to 3 days. That's not likely to happen, and here's why. Corporations have transformed houselessness into an industrial complex. What do I mean by that? I mean they have taken a socio-political issue and turned it into a profit-making machine. Whether that means they are securing contracts with the city to clear out communities that the houses have erected for themselves, or they're taking taxpayer dollars to build housing that we've never seen, or they're charging the city for consulting fees to give their opinion about where we should put the houses and what we should do with the community without actually seeking out the opinions of those who are houseless. Houselessness has now become a profit-making machine. Those same corporations lobby and donate to your mayors, your city councils, and whomever else. And while it does matter who you vote for, those same people that you vote for take funds from those same corporations that are perpetuating houselessness. Therefore, you can be Karen Bass in LA and not have a genuine interest in resolving houselessness, and you can't have a genuine interest in resolving houselessness because it is at odds with the people who bankrolled you. And that applies to Democrats just as much as it does now Republicans. As these bankrolled relationships are facilitated at the local level via lobbying, donations, and other special events, contracts are guaranteed and shored up. At the same time, those contracts are backed by decisions at the federal level that come out of the Supreme Court that are like, hey, yeah, it's absolutely okay to fine and arrest those who are houseless, which in turn has the effect of expanding the houseless industrial complex. What are some examples of that? That means that if your city, like Los Angeles, has a municipal code that says that no person shall sit, lie, or sleep in public space, that means that that law has to be enforced. That means that police have to work overtime in order to get that law going. So therefore, police now make money off of houselessness. And if you're limited on jail space, guess what you've got to do? You've got to build a jail. Now, the contractor and its related employees are also now in on the houseless industrial complex. And don't worry, when you build a jail, you also got to have phones, you got to have certain technologies, and the companies that provide those technologies, well, they've got to get a hit of the money too. And how do we know whether or not those technologies are effective? Well, we've got to turn to universities to run studies to make sure that these things are effective and that they work. And thus, universities also get a hit of the houseless industrial complex. And this is why, in part, this issue cannot and will not be resolved because it is a money-making machine. So while it matters who you vote for, it also matters who that person is taking money from because they are all in bed together. In other words, houselessness is not bought on by drug use. Rather, it is bought on by larger economic conditions as well as the houseless industrial complex that is perpetuated by corporations who in turn fund politicians to do their bidding, who themselves are backed up by the DNC and the RNC and make decisions at the local level that both expand and perpetuate the houseless industrial complex. And this could be why Mayor Karen Bass refused to let the city comptroller audit her Inside Safe program for houselessness, and they had to go get a judge to get it done. But you ain't hear that from me, though.